What's going on, people? Back with the MBX6. It's been about a year. It's been over a year. And the MBX6 is still running strong. It hasn't broken many parts. It's been through its ups and downs. But it's been a good year so far. So I basically want to just talk about the pros and cons of this buggy. Kind of a final review, I guess. Did the unboxing and talked about it at different points. Showed a little running video. It hasn't broken much, but it has had its broken parts. Even with 6 or 7, maybe 8, I've kind of lost count, of gallons through the car, it's still pretty solid. It's really tight. All the plastics are nice. There's not much slop. The chassis is beat. It's got a lot of scrapes. It's kind of dirty. But the car has been good. It's been a really good car. Quickly, I'll try to go over what's kind of been, what's gone wrong with it. The body, first of all, sucked. When I unboxed this thing, some of you may remember, the body was really thin. I commented about how I didn't think it would last long. It didn't. I did not use the sticker wrap, though, that came with the buggy. I probably should have. It would have prolonged the life of the body, but I just didn't want to. I just painted it white and ran it. I've got a different body that kicks ass. I'm looking for it. Where's my body? Here we go. So this is a Reckward. I think they're just called Reckward Racing. I'm not sure. But this body's been all laser cut. And it came trimmed. And it kicks ass. It hasn't cracked. It hasn't melted. There's a few spots where paint has been, where it's just come off from rubbing. But this body is sweet. Mugen should have made their bodies laser cut. And maybe a 0.5 millimeter thicker or whatever. Probably just 1/10 of a millimeter. But in any case, the body, no good. No bueno. Also on the car that sucked was the front shock tower. The carbon fiber shock tower that comes with the buggy. It freaking sucks. I'm grabbing it. Hold on. So here it is. I cracked the thing horizontally. I think it was from landing really hard. It's like a nose down landing. Boom! And the thing freaking stressed. The top pushed back and it just snapped. I can bend it back. And you can actually see a few layers of the carbon fiber in there. But yeah, so that was disappointing because it looked really nice. I went and did some research, found out that a whole bunch of companies make aluminum ones. I bought this King Heads aluminum piece, and it freaking bent. It bent. That was like 45 bucks. So, after that, I then found out Mugen had one. So, I picked that up. It's kind of scraped up here on the top from being on the lid a little too much, but it is bulletproof. This shock tower should come with the kit. It really should. Why? Come on, Mugen. Kick us down. Mugen makes a front and a rear. I pointed to the back and said front. They make a front and rear aluminum shock tower. I know the carbon fiber looks sweet, but the aluminum holds up a little bit better. But to be fair, I was going over a gnarly jump that was hard to make. And I'm pretty sure it was on Cobain at Randy's track. Which is in some of my videos, if you guys are wondering what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, the damn thing snapped. I asked around a few other racers who have the MBX6, and they didn't break theirs, or they haven't snapped it, and they're still running their stock carbon fiber shock tower. So maybe it's just me. I don't really know. But in any case, that snapped. I've broken a few arms, a front arm, a rear arm twice. It was kind of an acceptable break. I'm surprised it didn't break more. It was a hard hit. My fault, really. I've stripped some rear diff gears in this year. The big conical and the smaller pinion gear that's in there, they kind of stripped out on me. But I think that was probably due to my own fault too, because I put some little shims in there. I should have just left it alone. But anyways, they stripped out, and so I've replaced that once. Let's see, what else? Oh, the bearings. Most of the Mugen bearings are freaking awesome. But the large, what is it, the outer bearing in the axles, or the inner bearing? It's this big, oddball-sized bearing, and it's really kind of thin. Let me grab one really quick. I'm so unprepared. I guess that's what happens when you don't have much time. Okay, I got one. Hold on. Here we go. Alright. It's this big dude. If anybody... Yeah. Anybody you know what I'm talking about here. That bearing sucks. It goes out a lot. It's kind of not even worth cleaning because it would need to be done so often, especially here on the left side. With the exhaust and the oh man, it's just, they kind of just get mushed up. It's a suck-ass bearing. They need to, maybe they should change that. In any case, the rest of the bearings are cool. I haven't really replaced many bearings. The clutch bell bearings, they lasted me like almost 2 gallons. I didn't have to replace those for a long time, and I never did until they went out. And then I was really surprised, going, what the hell's wrong with my buggy? The clutch shoes and the clutch springs, those lasted like, shoot man, 3-4 gallons, a long time. I didn't change those for a long time, and they still worked fine when I replaced them. But they were so worn that there was big old gnarly grooves in the clutch bell, so I changed it all. And I could tell the clutch was a lot snappier. I just replaced the shoes with the kit shoes, the stock shoes that come with the buggy. Let's see. I don't really think it's much more than that. Shock tower, those bearings, the diff gears, yeah, that was my own fault though. Yeah, this car's been solid. It's probably got upwards of 8 gallons on it. And even the outdrives and the dog bones, I mean, there's not really much wear. I don't know how well you can see in there, but it's really surprising. My SC10 10th scale electric short course truck, that thing sucks. The wear on the dog bones, the outdrives, it's horrible. It's not good at all. This Mugen with the 3 horsepower engine, abouts, I mean, they hold up. The metals they use are really solid. So, that is definitely sweet, buddy. The whole thing is stock. I haven't replaced the springs. I did not put the longer chassis on. I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't add any aluminum braces. I haven't put any hop-ups on this the whole time I've owned it, since I unboxed it for you guys last year. The only thing I've done, like I said, is the front shock tower. I changed some bearings, because I got tired of cleaning the old ones. And, yeah. This freaking thing is sweet. I would definitely buy another one. The shocks also. I mean, butter. Whoa! Whoa! You guys okay? You just fell. Okay, I caught you though. Whew, that was a close one. Shocks. Yeah, the shocks. They're good. Great. The little nose plate thingy fell off. Yeah, I stopped talking about the shocks to say that the Lexan bumper nose thing fell off. In any case, yeah, this is almost 10 minutes, but this buggy is sweet, and it's sad that Mugen considers this old now. It'll probably be discontinued shortly, as now that they have the MBX6R, and there's a US version for the folks here in the United States with its silver carbon graphite, and you know, what can you do? I love this thing. Although, I mean, this is kind of the same thing as the MBX6R, minus the silver parts and the battery being up front. This car is freaking awesome. I'm just going to turn it on. Still rocking the same engine that I put in it. I'm still rocking the Savox servos that I had up until a couple of months ago. They're fine. I'm just testing these out for somebody, and they're fast and good. You can see my LED voltmeter is good. I've changed my LiPo battery once. I've just replaced it because the old one was looking kind of sketchy. Oh, that's something to point out. This box, receiver slash battery box, kinda sucks. It lets a lot of dust in, and I don't know if that's just a common thing with 8-scale buggies, or just to this particular kit. I don't know. This is the only buggy I've owned in a real long time, but it definitely lets in a whole bunch of shit, basically. And so that grinds away at my LiPo battery like sandpaper. And I opened it up one day. I was like, oh shoot, man, my battery looks bad. So I bought another one. So anyways, you can't even buy this kit anymore, but it's freaking cherry. I like it. I definitely recommend it. And these are my closing thoughts on the chapter that was the MBX6. The little buggy that could. Nah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. Bye.